Hello viewers, Global Window Aji Ura Academy di aigina ase aro yate Aji 2-day language convention of the Naga languages June 25th aro 26th November 2024 de hold kurule ase makan yate aina ase aro itu do Department of Teni de Center for Naga Tribal Languages Studies Department of Linguistics Nagaland University ra hold kola program ekta ase to IB itu 2 days laga language program do ki nimide ase itu la opor de olop detail ba sai lobo.
I will be failing my duty if I don't recognize and thank from my bottom of my heart the person who is behind the curtain and because of whose efforts today we could materialize. I am using the word materialize because we have been trying to organize this program from almost 2 years onwards. And the entire credit should, as far as I am concerned, the entire credit should goes to Dr. Mimi Kevichusa Enju, the one who proposed this convention long before, and because of whose efforts we could materialize this. Ma'am, kindly come on to the dais and accept a token of honor from Science Academy.
The importance of language diversity lies in the rich tapestry of expression, culture, and thought that it creates across. Each language brings with it unique ways of viewing, interpreting reality, adding depth and color to our experience. Celebrating and preserving this diversity enriches both individual lives and societies as a whole, fostering creativity, mutual respect, and understanding in our own interconnected society. I believe through this language convention, all the recognized Naga languages will be able to contribute much towards the fulfillment of the objectives and carry forth our rich cultural heritage.
This morning is a very good morning. Because I believe we are here, we are gathered here for something very beautiful, for something very special, and that is to recognize and celebrate our culture, our tradition, in the form of our rich folklore. And it is really very special to see every tribe of Nagaland gathered, just represented in one place with a common purpose and interest. Hermann Hesse, a famous German writer, stated that folklore is the mirror in which a society reflects its dreams, fears, and aspirations. And the renowned author J.L. Borges said, folklore, language, is the soul of a people. Today, folklore is the universal language, that symbiotic factor that has the inherent ability in it to transcend borders and to bring people together. And folklore, we can say, is where at the crux of a people's cultural heritage, passed down orally from generation to generation, through stories, tales, songs, etc. And so, recognizing this beauty and the significance of promoting and conserving our rich folk heritage, our culture, our language, our literature, the abundant wealth of which Nagaland is bestowed with, and which actually cannot be overemphasized. A convention like this was envisioned, wherein the many tribes of Nagaland can gather in one place like this to celebrate and to showcase our age-old oral tradition, and also with the greater intent to instill in the consciousness of the cruciality of preserving, promoting our cultural legacy, our cultural heritage, which tends to serve as our identity, history, and values. I am thrilled to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to this two-day language convention of the Naga languages on behalf of the Department of Tenediye, Nagaland University, on behalf of the Center of Naga Tribe Language Studies and Sahitya Academy, India's National Academy of Letters.
I sincerely thank Professor J.T. Thom, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of the great Nagaland University, for facilitating the Department of Tenediye for organizing the two-day language convention. And in fact, I came to know that I did my doctoral degrees in two languages, Sanskrit and my mother tongue Telugu. But incidentally, your Pro-Vice Chancellor also, he studied in Andhra University in Andhra Pradesh. And he told me that he is aware of the Telugu language and all those things. He did his geology there in Andhra University long back, somewhere in the 80s. So I felt a little bit at home. You know, as I think every one of us know, as it is said in Sanskrit, Sikshakshayi Gacchati Kalapariya, which means if a particular knowledge, if it is not in practice, naturally that knowledge will automatically get deteriorated. If it is not in practice. So as a language. See, as all of us know that language is the source of communication. If the particular language is not in use, naturally we tend to lose command over that language. Today, maybe today and tomorrow, we are going to have a mega language convention in Naga languages. That too, we are, I think if I am not wrong, for the first time we are conducting language convention in 19 languages together. Generally we conduct maybe one language at a time, but it's for the first time we are conducting 19 languages. At the same time, Sahitya Academy has also constituted a board called, I think Dr. Mimi knows, that a board called Center for Tribal and Oral Literature. So I think from these instances, I think we are at the right time, at the right path to protect our cultures and languages. And I urge all the participants of this today convention that we shall have a healthy discussion that may gives us a chance to protect all the 19 languages. Because as you know, just now Professor Sir was sharing with me that as per the demography is concerned, as per the geological map is concerned, maybe it is as far as the area is concerned, it's less. But we have such a rich heritage.
With a population of 19.78 lakh, that's 2011 census. So approximately 23 lakhs probably today. Nagaland is one of the most linguistically diverse states of India, where several languages coexist. It has a rich linguistic tradition with more languages than the number of tribes in Nagaland. There are numerous dialects as well in each of these languages. We probably have about around 60 dialects total today. So these dialects are part of the Indo-Burman group. Variations in dialect also exist from village to village. This is very common across many parts of Naga. This small state of ours is home to 19 recognized languages. 19. And we have 16 tribes, including Konyak, Hom, Chang, Yamungan, Yimki, Tikir, Santa, Ao, Lota, Sema, Puchuri, Jonkwe, Nteni, Tenidye, Zemi, Yamai, Keza, Chuki, and Kuki. For long, these languages did not have a written script. We therefore have to rely on the folklores of the tribes of Nagaland to decipher the historical and cultural heritage of these various linguistic groups. It is important to create awareness, document, and conserve the rich legacy of the tribes, to preserve our cultural knowledge passed on orally through the generations. To help this process, the participants from the various tribes of the 16 districts of Nagaland will showcase the age-old, diverse and rich oral traditions of the various tribes through their folk tales, poetry, proverbs, etc.
So if I were to give a title to this address, I would call it the language, literature and indigeneity, and reclaiming the indigenous languages of Nagaland, or our own languages, reclaiming our own languages, which is a reconsideration. Okay? So now each indigenous language has an incalculable value for humankind, a treasure laden with history, values, literature, spirituality, perspectives and knowledge developed and garnered over millennia. And when the language dies, it takes with it all of the memory bound up inside it. There are, out of the 5 language families which we find in India, there are 5 language families. Out of the 5 language families, 3 of the language families are found in India. That is the Sino-Tibetan, or what is also known as the Tibeto-Burman language family, the Indo-Aryan, and the Austro-Asiatic. So out of the 5, 3 are found in the northeast. Now, coming to the societal languages, the languages under this grouping have been coexisting together amicably for years, each knowing its individual place in the hierarchical structure and performing its individual functions as designated. It's very strange, but the languages seem to know that, okay, this is my place, this is where I perform, and and so this we have been coexisting like this for many years. In this grouping, Nagamese is a language which does not feature in the other 2 groupings. That is, though it is neither a pedagogical language nor an indigenous language, Nagamese is a lingua franca, and it is fast-spreading. This is something which we need to keep in mind. And the progressive nature of this lingua franca is something that we all need to be aware of. We cannot stop the growth of a language that is not within our capacity. But what we can do is that we can be aware of its presence and of how it is overtaking our languages. And it is also pertinent to point out that though Nagamese it was known as a pidgin, but it is no longer a pidgin, but it has now become a creole. Now why do we say it has become a creole? It has become a creole because it has become the first language of some of the native Nagas. And the point of stress here is that Nagamese language has become the first language for many Nagas. And it is interesting to note that the mapofIndia.com, if you Google it, the mapofIndia.com describes Nagamese. This is what is found in the mapofIndia.com. It says that it is a mixture of different Naga and the Assamese languages. It has also been enriched with some contributions from Bengali and Hindi languages. What the languages need most is grassroots intervention in terms of linguistic and literature development. The majority of translation works and writing of folklore is being done in English. It is being done in English, we know that. And this status quo needs to be broken. And the rebirth of writing in one's own language needs to be encouraged. And creating awareness of the importance of one's own native language. Shifting the colonial prestige tag from English to the indigenous languages and to the speakers. Resolving issues of publication are steps if followed to go a long way in keeping the indigenous languages alive. Now, why this is important is because, to a large extent, the amount of literature a language has in circulation determines the life and vibrancy of the language. And what this convention aims to promote is the documenting of oral literature into the written literature. And so by the end of this convention, each language being represented here will be enriched with one poem, one folktale, one proverb or a lullaby, and one translated work in the written form, which is to be added to the body of its existing literature. So that is the whole aim, and I hope that this is the start of when the languages will start writing in one's own language, the speakers will start writing in one's own language and enrich your literature. Whatever folktales you have, whatever poems you have, start writing them down in your own language. And this will go a long way in enriching the language. So we need to reclaim and resource our indigenous languages and take pride in them. Thank you so much.
तो viewers kan abunyan ba itu convention laga inaugural program de dikhiyo paise ki Dr. Mimi Kevichusa Izang jundu as a coordinator of this language convention taiwa kwanishna muigan Naga indigenous languages kan nomon ba etia do utilize nakrina mon ba dusra language kan ni durigina jai isapte muigan laga mother tongue kan bi pharigina jai ase to itu reclaim goina mon ba aro itu reintroduce krigina jabo lage kuna janai dishe aro kwanishna do itu 25 aro 26 November de itu 2 din de itu la convention do juligina jabo jundu de tribe sub ahigina tai kan participate krigina itu convention do participate kurle siguna jani paise aro itula program do ishe Kwanishna do it has been organized by the Department of Tenide Center for Naga Tribal Languages Studies, Department of Linguistics, Nagaland University, aro in collaboration with Sahitya Academia, National Academy of Letters, aro co-sponsor Grishe, Department of Art and Culture, Government of Nagaland bra. So itia karne itu ese. For more news and updates, keep watching Global Window. This is Nufo Ayer with video journalist Ari Jinger reporting from Kohima.
Looking to elevate your team's skills in hospitality and customer service? At Emporium Training Institute, powered by Eagle Crest Training Academy, we offer customized workshops tailored to your organization's needs. From hospitality basics to advanced customer service, we deliver practical, impactful skills. Let us help you build a skilled, confident team. Emporium Nagaland, shaping professionals one workshop at a time.